Yo, what's going on out there, everybody? Black Compass Media live with another one. Back. We in the interview bags. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there right now. Joined by a very a special guest, I'll say. Cause I don't like interviewing established guys. I don't like it for the most part. I don't. We could get into why, but whatever. But without further ado, man, I gotta salute this brother, Mike P.
Hey.
Mike, what's going on, brother?
I'm chilling, Tony. How are you, man?
Man, listen, man. I'm blessed. I'm good. I'm doing well. I feel like the state of the culture is in a good place overall. You know what I mean? And I like where things are going and everything. And I had the opportunity. Let's jump right into it because I don't want to look because we've seen each other. We know each other, so we're gonna cut the niceties out because I got a lot of shit to talk about. Now,
I'm all for it.
I got the opportunity to see you at band Legacy and against Serius Jones, right? And that was interesting to me on a lot of levels. Now in the building, it felt like a 30. You know how you feel a 30 happen?
Yeah.
So how did you feel about the battle? How did that even get locked in? Because that kind of came out of nowhere, in my opinion. Let's go through it. Let's talk.
I mean, it came out of nowhere to me as well. We were working on a few people for band Legacy. It started out with Young Ill, and which I had immediately accepted, but it was hard to get in touch with him. And then we had a few other people on the table. We had Ilmac on the table. We have Roan, and I think it was one other person, but I really don't remember. And I had said that I had taken a couple of them off the table, honestly. And then they just kind of came out of nowhere with Serius Jones, man. They literally, they just texted me and they were like, Serius Jones? And I was like, rhetorical question? Absolutely. I'm like, I'll take Serius for sure.
Yeah.
That's one of the pioneers of the culture. He's, absolute legend. I even said it in the battle, bro. 13 years ago, I was watching him on Fight Club, midnight in my crib on MTV. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a no-brainer for me to accept that battle. And
straight up, no hesitation on that one. Like,
nah, because a lot of people don't understand. I think, the newer era of battle fans will look at Serius Jones and be like, oh, why are you taking that battle? He's washed up. He's this, he's that. Right. Listen, man, that guy is a motherfucking legend, bro. I don't care what he is now. It was kind of the same thing with Big T. A lot of people were hating on me and Big T when we booked the battle, and they're like, oh, why are you taking that battle? And I was like, listen, bro, it's fucking Big T, man.
Yeah.
Big T, of course I'm taking that battle. Bucket list battles, opportunities that you really don't get. And I've been pretty lucky as far as, I welcomed Daylight to his first battle on the URL. And then, I get Serius Jones, 5-year return. I was honored to do so. But, as you saw in the building, I don't even think it was a feel like, I took care of business. I had to defend my era of writing, you know what I mean? And show that there's levels now.
That is interesting
between the two.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thing you said. You had to defend your era. I want to get more into that. What is it about? Because I left that battle shocked because Jones doesn't really lose like that in real life. But then I also said to myself, well, what is it that was so different? Because, man, you know what I'm saying? Like you smoked him, in my opinion. So what is it about what he's doing versus what you guys are doing that kind of separates it,
It's the same thing that I would say for, the Mooks and other people. Everything evolves, Tony. Everything evolves, whether it's sports, art, entertainment, everything, by default. So for me, I had to represent, an era in time where we are at our peak in writing. As much as you want to criticize certain people and reaching, there are things that we could do with words that were not being done before. There are ways and levels of pure rappability, multi-syllables, being able to double entendre, triple entendre, a lot of different things that people were just not doing back then. So for me, it was like, on paper, there was no possible way I could let Serius Jones beat me. You know, it can't let things like that happen because I am one of the representatives of this era. Especially when it comes to pure ability, I think I'm one of the more skilled guys out here, and I need to defend that, especially with the acknowledgement I've gotten with my ability to just battle. You know what I mean? My ability to rap. I needed to show, you know, the difference. And obviously, at the end of the day, battle rap is battle rap, man. There's people that you'd never think would lose to another guy, and they wind up getting their ass kicked. That's just battle rap. You know what I mean? It's really hard to narrow it down who's better than who, because at any given moment, you know, all it takes is the right approach, and, you know, you lose a battle to someone you'd think, you know, was a walk in the park. But I knew for Serius Jones, especially with the material that I had. I knew. I walked in that venue just knowing that, you know, it was going to get really ugly for sure.
That you was going to have it for him. And now I just feel like out the gate, it was crazy. Now, the only thing I would say, I take you at your point about the writing, because I agree with the writing. I think that generation can angle better than you guys by a pretty significant margin.
You know what I think? I think back then angles were more relevant because it was so much more personal. I don't think that they angle better. I think it's the amount of people that angle back then compared to people now. Nobody does angles anymore. Nobody really talks. Nobody really talks.
I don't know about
much
that,
to their opponent. I think it's more. I would definitely say that it was more personal back then than it is now. I think now it's more of a talent show. I think it's more of what you do with words. There are guys out here, some of your favorites. I ain't gonna say no names.
We can say names up here. It's cool.
That don't. I'm gonna let it sizzle. That don't even battle, Tony. They just rap. There are battle rappers out there that 50% of their material has nothing to do with the fact that they are in a battle, and motherfuckers let it go. I think back then people were more personal. But I mean, I get what you're saying, because you know, I think in the world, in life in general, when people are older, they're wiser. You know what I'm saying? So I think the vets it's easier to break down people than it is for like a younger guy to try to be smart and break us down. But I guess I kind of agree with you on that. I think there's more of them. There's more of them though. I think we have great anglers. Right. I think T-Top is a great angler.
Oh, no, he's great.
B-Dot's an incredible angler. I think I'm one of the better anglers. You know, Real Deal. Well, Real Deal represents that era. Yeah, I guess you're right. Got about a couple.
Well, but I think
you had me at 3.
The game changed so much, and I think for them it was more so. You know what? I might not be able to out rap everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna make you look crazy. So like when Swave battled YK. Now I'm gonna be honest. You battle YK. I know you watched that Swave battle. That whole that when you was so when you prep for that, I know you watched that battle, bro.
Listen,
you gotta
complete. Listen, man, you just gotta watch him rap to get that shit out of there, man. That's all. He wakes up in the morning fucking breathing like that, bro.
So you made a comment that I thought was poignant. Now it's petty, but I like petty shit. So you said dudes actually backing bad performances by questioning how long they had time to prepare. I'm in the wrong era. This shit is soft as fuck. Let's talk about it. So you feel like this whole prep, because that does come up, the prep time and the, you know what I'm saying, the post game and all that. So I want to elaborate on that a little bit more. This era and the changes here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's crazy. I think it works. I think it works hand in hand, but I really think it's the community more than it is the battlers' faults. I think we're in an era now where popularity is very important, and I think a lot of people go to great lengths to defend certain battle rappers, and I think it's crazy. Where that tweet actually came from, you know, you saw how I fired at Geechee Gotti in the 3rd round versus Serius.
Yeah, well, I saw it.
Flamed him, but I actually had a conversation with somebody on Twitter today, and they were saying how what were they talking about? They were saying how they were saying champion of the year, right? So Piper Boy Williams said that Geechee Gotti is in running for champion of the year.
I agree.
And I said absolutely not. I said how's that possible? You got 4 straight debatables that could go to the loss column more than they're on a win column. Thought he was outclassed by Sue Surf greatly.
Right.
I thought he had a decent. He was okay versus John. He had a decent performance versus Head Ice, and I saw him versus Ill Will, another okay performance. And I think champion of the year the first year went to O-Red because of how great he was.
Yeah,
he was skill level, body bags. 1 or 2 debatables, but they were more on the win side than they were on the losses, but they were phenomenal performances. Geechee has not had one phenomenal performance all year.
Whoa, so you don't think the chess performance is...
Oh, no. Okay, well, the chess... Yeah, no, forget the chess. I actually told Geechee Gotti after he got off that stage that was the best battle I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Live. Yeah. For sure. No, that incredible performance. Mm-hmm. After that, it's been okay battles. Not shitting on him. I try to peel back as many layers as I possibly could. I don't like being vague. I don't like just not giving passes, but just being soft about certain things and certain people. So this guy on Twitter's argument was, well, it doesn't matter, how good he was. It was more of like who he faced. I said, no, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with the person standing in front of you. It matters on how good were you when you opened your mouth and you started rapping. And I used Band Legacy 3 as an example. And I said, me and Geechee battled on the same day. I was 3 times the rapper that Geechee was. Now, does that have to boil down to who we battled? Or does it matter on how good was Mike P and how good was Geechee Gotti? And then immediately his next response was, well, I mean, how much prep time did he have? And I wanted to throw my body out of the fucking window. What are you talking about? That conversation needs to die, and I'm never going to have it. I'm never going to have it. And that's why I tweeted, because that one guy I literally felt a gray hair grow on the side of my fucking head. Because I was like, whoa, what is that even? I don't even know what that means.
But you got to understand, Mike. Now, when you came in and you started making your name in URL, see, you and Av, I think, are interesting because somewhere along the way, the era shift. You came along, we had already established the PGs. We were moving to doing more stuff with the pay-per-views. The roster is expanding. Now, I will say you and Av are the only people, it seems like, that survived when your class came in, and none.
Yeah, nobody,
right?
Nobody made it out there.
So that and Free Tink, and that is you guys are the only guys who survived that. You saying that the era now is softer? You feel like the game is getting more relaxed, or you is that due to the fans more so?
I think the game is just haywire right now. I think there's just a lot of things happening at once. There's a lot of cards with a lot of battlers. I think it's just all over the place. The PG's back. I think the PG, I'd probably say my PG class, which was really just the third PG class, was probably the last real proving ground. You know what I mean? Now it's just there's cards everywhere. There's battlers everywhere. Certain people, they do like one and dones and things like that. It was way more structured. It was way more structured back then.
Right.
For sure. It was way more 4 years ago. Yeah, I'm in my senior year in URL now. So 4 years ago, it was definitely more structured because URL wasn't opening the door for everybody. Now it's a revolving door. There's just battle rappers going in and out, every single day, every card. There's just a bunch of them. It was more exclusive.
Does that water the game down because more chances being given, or?
Nah, I don't. Nah, I think you can focus on if people hate mumble rap, there's always good hip hop to listen to. Right. You know what I mean? I don't think if you choose to focus on oversaturation, there's a lot of us, man. There's like 50,000 battle rappers all over the place. So when I say that, I don't really say it as a problem. I don't have an issue with it. But it is relevant as far as the structure. There's really no structure. It's kind of like there's a lot of battlers in limbo on the URL. You know what I mean? That aren't really passing that threshold and are still just kind of, dancing around, popping their head in every now and then.
I think it's interesting that you got that coming from you, because I'm gonna be honest, and I've said this on the show. They tried to get you the fuck out of here. I'm be like, we can say it now because they do it different. They do it different, bro. Now they just ignore me. Now URL just ignores me. That's how they try to get me. Mike, bro. You got bruh. They threw you up against Av. Tink the Demon tried to just he tried to destroy you, Mikey. He tried to really kill you on stage. You know what I'm saying? They put you up against they put you up against a hell of a performer, Chef Trez, on the stage. Daylight. They put you up against Daylight that tried to bar your life away. You know what I'm saying? So that coming from you is kind of crazy. They being soft on these new ones. Come on, bro. You got to be honest with that.
They are. No, they are. Absolutely. Because these guys, well, you know what? Here's another thing. And shots fired. But you know what?
Uh-oh.
The newer guys don't get the guys that I got because I'm better than those guys.
Ooh.
Me and Av, we were exceptional talents when we first came on. That's why we were a one and done. You know what I mean? That's why Av came up. Well, Av, I know he had a couple battles that didn't even release when he first got onto the URL. But there's a reason why he was a one and done, and then boom, got Rum Nitty. There's a reason why after Av and Tink, boom, I got Daylight, then Trez, and Shotgun, Twerk, Big T, all these guys, because you saw the it factor in me early, regardless if I was, as good as I am now, or even if I was trash to you when I first came out. Like, you saw the it factor. Av, you saw the it factor. There's a reason why, these guys now, they really, they kind of have to keep battling each other. Because there's not many of them that pop that much. There's really not many where you look at them and go, oh, no, he needs to go here. He needs to go right to Band Legacy. There's not a lot of that. That's why Ace Amin is the only guy in the last, out of this whole PG class that people were like, oh, no. You need to go over here after you know what I'm saying? He's still battling, I think you've got Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Survivor Series. And that's the homie that, me and Ace are homies. And, But, I already know things that he got lined up in the future. So I think there's just not a lot of people that stand out. But I do think it's a soft era in the sense of there are many that have gotten knocked down and they're just allowed to just come back in. You know what I mean? They're just allowed to just get another battle and keep doing this and keep doing that. Is it a hamster wheel kind of that doesn't really benefit them? Absolutely. But let me tell you something. If I had lost to Tank after I lost to Av, I probably would have been out of here.
Yeah, they would have got you up out of here. You know what I'm
saying? They would have got me the fuck out of here. Yeah. There would have been no return. There would have been no, back to the PGs. Nah, they would have got me up out of there. Right. So, it is soft in that sense, but it is soft with the community too. They're very soft with certain, certain scenarios and things with choking and just a battle rapper shouldn't be able to be like, oh, and I got 1 week's prep, and everyone's like, oh my god, that's so amazing. You still choked, but damn, man, on 1 week, nah, motherfucker.
I'm never impressed by that shit. Talk, Mike. Shit.
Never impressed by that shit. Like, yo, you want to know how much time I had to write for Twerk? 13 days I had to write for Twerk. That was one of my best performances ever. I've had weaker performances than that when I've had 4 months to write. So it's like, I hate the narratives. There's certain narratives that get pushed, and I try not to talk about it because I try to talk about things that I feel we should be talking about. Oh, you know what I mean? Like just more layers. You gotta peel the layers, man. You can't. It's too basic. A lot of the the things that people defend. It's just weird.
Yeah. Well, now I like narratives, and I like challenging narratives. Now, a lot of times battles get booked, and someone will say, and I've heard you say this, what does that battle do for me? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, you in a position now to where you got some clout behind your name. You can give people shots. You gave Drugs a shot. You gave some people a shot. How do you balance out giving shots versus climbing the ladder? How does Mike, is there a formula? Is there a method to the madness? How do you do it?
I mean, as far as I'm done giving shots.
Done giving shots?
No. Drugs is a friend of mine, and it was just a scenario where I saw him being able to have a breakout performance versus me. I knew the respect that he had for me as a writer and an artist. And, he knew the respect I had for him. And I had seen him at a Gates of the Garden event battling, doing like a 1-rounder. I literally pulled him to the side after, and I was like, listen, man, me and you, we got a battle. Let's do this. You need some type of shot. I really don't talk highly of myself, but I could obviously step outside the box and say, oh yeah, if Mike P's battling drugs, Mike P's giving drugs a shot for sure.
Right.
So I had originally wanted to set it up on Gates of the Garden. When I realized that it wasn't able to get set up on Gates of the Garden, I was like, let's go to URL. Let's go to URL. You need to get paid. You need to get the shot. You need to do all of that. URL had originally said no to drugs, but they didn't know that me and him had already had the conversation. So when drugs was like, I want Mike P, they were like, no. I called back. I was like, yeah, he does. And you guys are going to book it. So,
right.
So let's get it going. That, being that I've been in this weird transition, probably since the B-Dot battle, the 8-month gap between the B-Dot battle, and there were certain main stages that I was on and wasn't able to do it. I felt like that was the right thing to do. I was like, let me just do this battle, get a great, performance under my belt, teach drugs a little lesson, which I did, had everything worked out exactly what needed to happen.
Right.
After that, it was more of like, well, URL calls, they want me on another band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think I've been past the threshold. I think I've been one of the top guys, and I think it's very deceiving. My career is very deceiving because a lot of people still consider me a mid-tier and be like, oh, I need to climb to this and I need to climb to that. I really don't. I had Cortez for Summer Madness after Twerk, and I canceled it because they wanted me and Tay-Rock in Maryland. And then the Tay-Rock battle fell through because it was in between Dizaster and Hollow the Don. So
what?
boom,
you were gonna battle. You wait a minute, whoa, Mike. You can't just be saying shit like that. And you was gonna battle Tay-Rock in Maryland on.
I was gonna battle
URL?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I was gonna battle yeah, man. Yeah. So there's been opportunities. There's been I am a main stage guy. I am a top tier battle rapper. It's just this last year has been kind of weird. So yeah, right after I had 3-0 Twerk on Gnome, they had called me the next day and was like, hey, we're thinking about secret battle, you and Cortez. I was like, yeah, sure, Summer Madness, whatever. And they were like, but we're also, we talked to Tay-Rock, he wants to battle you. We're thinking we're going to be in Maryland. This was around the time I think when they were coming. Yeah, I know, man. I know, dude. Yeah.
Yo,
you're fucking
Rock.
Telling me. You're fucking telling me.
Rock talking to hey, Rock.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh my god.
What?
Yeah. Are you kidding? In my head, I'm like, dude, I brought Daylight to his first URL battle. I'm about to bring Tay-Rock back home for a fucking. I was like, fuck the fucking Summer Madness. I was like, all right. I'm like, cancel Summer Madness. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Bruh.
Get me this fucking Tay-Rock battle for sure. And it was like 80% locked in. And then, I think Hollow had gotten booked or something. It was in between Hollow and Diz.
Yeah.
And they were like, Rock can't do it. And I was like, great.
Hey,
me and Brizz.
Mike, now I'm be honest. They in the chat saying you might have dodged a bullet. Like, you know what he was going to do to you? Like, they said that Baltimore. You know what he's going to do? He's going to do, like, you know what he was going to do to you?
Yeah, you know what, dude? I probably did, and it's good that I did. And honestly, I could get mad at the fact that I missed out on Summer Madness. I can get mad at the fact that I missed out on Tay-Rock. I can get mad at the fact that I got paid for my battle versus Brizz Rawsteen on Summer Madness in London and still wasn't able to do it. But it matters more now. I'm better than I was back then, and I think it would make for better battles in the future. And now after the Serius Jones battle, I have my foot on Staff's neck and they need to start, the ball needs to get rolling. It's over now. All right. Got you in a corner. give me what the fuck I want. I just had performance of the fucking year. Stop fucking playing with me. All right.
Yeah. Now, a clear win on Jones is a big deal. Like I said, I got a lot of respect for Jones. I don't think people don't just beat Serius Jones. So that's a big deal. Let's get to this because now we have transitioned to we got the app going, and I think that changes things dramatically. I think some people are unaware of how much things have changed because you have the app. How do you navigate that as a guy who's been out here, has a name recognition? What's your thoughts on the app? We can be honest here.
I mean, I think right now, you're torn as an artist. You're torn as an artist if you understand what's going on. I'm a little torn right now because obviously, being that it had just came out and it's pretty new, until there is a large amount of people on that app, I would say it is closed off to 97% of the entire culture.
Yeah.
So for me as an artist, when you're doing band battles, you're not on pay-per-view and you're not on doing things. I have 3 battles. My Serius Jones battle is going to release soon. I have 3 battles that really nobody saw.
Right. And
it's weird because it's kind of like a vault, to say the least. Until it grows, until it grows, and I could live off clips. I could live off, being able to clip things and put them on Twitter. With Instagram, you really can't because they copyright it and they take it down. So the most I could put up is like 15-second clips of my battles.
Crazy.
But it's tough. It's tough because the formula has changed. The formula has completely changed when it comes to how do you pop? How do you pop?
Yeah, how? Because you got
if you do a PG, if you are a PG battler and you got your first battle on URL and it drops on the app, you got like 60 people that are going to watch it. Yeah. Let's be real. Yeah. You have a very, very minute amount of people that are going to watch that battle. So how do you pop? It's very hard to. So right now I'm in the middle of it, obviously, because I'm a fucking thinker. So I'm figuring out at least my side, how to keep myself hot, which I always will, because I'm just I know how to do the social media thing. So I get it in a way, but it definitely hinders your ability to blow up. How are you going to go viral off something if it's copywritten? You know what I mean? How are you gonna blow up off this? How are you gonna blow up off that? How are you gonna get people to break the battles down when nobody wants to? You know what I mean? So right now in its baby stages, it's annoying for me because I'm having a great year. I'm having a great year, and I'm having a silent year.
I think
at the same time.
Trez and Saga are in the same boat right now. Y'all having a great silent year, and it pisses me off as somebody that's there at the joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, I seen it, y'all. Trust me. They like, nah, I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's annoying, man. It's annoying. Me and JC was a great bout. I had a third round that, is extremely important to the culture. Mm-hmm. And crickets, I saw nothing. No Facebook, no Twitter. And it's not like I'm not looking for it, but I do get them on my phone. I do get them alerts. You know what I mean? When you're being talked about as an artist, you do get it. And it was crickets. Man. You battled drugs. Had a great performance. One of the most fire first rounds. Crazy battle and crickets. The only thing popping was the clips when I shared them on my own page. No one tagging me. No one saying did this, did that. Nothing that usually happens when a battle is released on YouTube. You get 1 million people talking about you. A lot of tags, hundreds of comments, da-da-da-da-da. So it's really kind of like you're in your own little, your media app is like your workshop. And it's like you have to now like build yourself up like just alone on your own profile to get, and then with the Serius Jones battle, bro, I think my rounds versus Serius, I think I have performance of the year. I think my performance versus Serius Jones is ridiculous. And I expect the same thing to happen. And it's disappointing. But it's like, that Jones performance, in my situation, I have to get onto, the pay-per-view joints until this app moves. You know what I mean? It's going to be rough, but, I feel like there'll be a way to work around it. I feel like there'll be something's got to give for sure. But, I think URL can push it, and, I do think it can keep growing, and you got to push it in. I think URL needs to promote it more. And not just, post it on Instagram and say link in the description and go ahead and do it. I think make videos. I think I'm literally planning on making a video just breaking down the URL app and promoting it and doing things like that. You got to push it. Yeah. You got to keep pushing it in good ways, not just, hey, a battle dropped. If you want to see it, you got to get this app. No, you got to promote it. Better. But I think it's growing. And it's going to continue to grow. But man, as an artist, is right now for sure. For sure, especially
it has to be tough. And I said to people, I'm like, man, I feel like the battlers should be all out. That should be every day. You should be talking about this app. Like it should be hashtag the app, like something. Like it should be something like that.
That is very true. Yep.
Now, okay, so let's do this. Now we're gonna do hot seat. We do hot seat up here. Everybody, shout out to everybody out there. We got Mike P on here right now. If you are hearing this right now, go ahead and follow Mike P at is this Mike P _P. All right. So on the Twitters and everything. Now, hot seat.
Excellent.
All right. Quick questions. We gonna talk. All right. Goku or Superman? Who's stronger?
Come on, Goku.
Okay, wrong answer. But okay, all right, I'll take it. I'll argue about that. I'm a DC guy.
So you talking to Vegeta? You talking to Vegeta?
Okay, all right, fair enough. If you had the time stone and can go back to one battle or one round in a battle, where would you go?
Third round versus Daylight, just so I could say the last 3 bars in the third round that I had forgotten.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Rank in order of difficulty to prepare for it. Now, these are 3 brothers you haven't battled yet. Brizz, Diz, and Real Deal.
As far as like easiest to hardest?
Yeah, easiest to toughest.
Easiest would be Brizz because I want to kill him. So it'd be easier to write for him. Real Deal would be second. And Diz would be a very difficult battle, I feel, to write for. I don't think it would be a difficult battle.
Yeah.
Like I think it would just be really hard to figure out what the fuck am I gonna say to him.
Yo.
I think there's a lot of ways you could go with Diz, and there's a lot of ways that he can go. So
right.
Yeah, I would go with that.
He spots weakness very well, Diz, man. Diz sneaky. I seen him throwing a little smoke. Like I feel like Diz just
He don't want that.
Listen, Mike, don't do that.
He does not want that smoke. Bro.
Rest in peace. God rest the soul of Jonai. Don't do that. Do not do. You know what he does.
Me to him too, man. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Dizaster does not want that smoke. I love him. I'm cool with him. He even said it. He said it on Twitter a while back. He said I wouldn't battle Mike P because I'd kick his ass.
Okay.
I would kick his ass. I think he was playing, but hey, listen, man. When I've asked for it. I've asked for it before. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I've wanted it.
So if taking yourself out of it, who do you think active is top 3? Active.
Top 3 right now.
Right now.
Av, JC. Fuck. Av, JC. Oh man, I really don't. Oh shit.
Go ahead and say it.
Fuck. I can't think of a third.
So you're not gonna say Danny Myers? You really not gonna say Danny Myers?
Yes, Myers. Yes, I will say Danny Myers. For sure. I will say Danny Myers.
Yo, the Yikers is about to be killing you on Twitter. Right?
I love Danny, man. Me and Danny are, we got the utmost respect for each other. I think he's fire. And yes, he's on fire this year, for sure.
That's a fact. So
yes, I'd say JC, Av, and Danny.
So let me do this because we got people up here now. If you got a little bit of time, I can go ahead and get a couple people up here. Shout out to people that's in the live and everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Shout out to all y'all.
Now, Mike, I got a very I'm humbled by the fan base, but I gotta admit we're very ignorant up here. So I gotta give my disclaimer, okay?
I hopped in as soon as I hopped into this shit. I was like,
All right, that's a bet. Okay. So we gonna make sure we gonna make sure we get that in there. All right. So I know you see the slant. See what people don't understand who are not in the Discord. Mike can see the comments in the Discord, so he can see them slandering him in real time. So,
oh my god,
that's how real we keeping it up here.
I'm trying not to look.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get first person I'm gonna get up is Jigga. Shout out to Jigga. Jigga, you up now? You got a question for Mike P. What's up?
Yo, you can hear me, Tony, bro?
Yes, sir.
Yo, bro? I'm chilling, bro. Salute to Mike P, bro, for coming up, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna hold you. I came to punch on you, bro. Okay. I came to punch on you. But that being said, the only clear battle that I have you losing is Av. You know what I'm saying? All the other battles is debatable. I have you winning more battles than you lost. But we got to go to this cave gang, bro. I need to go to the cave gang angle. Okay. You and Trez, that's debatable, but I edge Trez. I'm not going to hold you.
Okay.
I edge Trez. Av, we know what happened with Av and the thing with Tay-Rock. So I ain't going to hold you. I got Tay-Rock beating you. And Brizz, I feel like you need to leave Brizz alone, man. I know that situation was, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Cave Gang was low-key gonna clean you up if you go through the rest of the Cave Gang. I feel like you're gonna get cleaned up.
You are missing one person that I cleaned up.
Uh-oh.
I got YK. I got YK the fuck out of here.
Facts.
I definitely.
In the volume, low key.
Definitely a debatable. Low key, what? Don't even finish.
Low key.
I told you, Mike, we ain't shit up here. Go ahead.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Listen, bro. Cave Gang is, they're definitely the most talented group, man. You know, every single one of them are absolute killers. So, you know, I get it. You know, I get it if you think they'd clean me up. But I got one of them out of there. Me and Trez is a good war. Me and Av, talk about it, but I think it'll be good.
Okay.
True that, but salute though, bro. I hope you get a bigger play. But I do respect your work, bro. I respect your work, bro. You got a couple shit that I like, bro. You do be spitting some shit that I like, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Facts, bro. Keep working, dog.
Will do.
Yeah, facts, Tony.
Word up. All right.
I like that. Only clear loss was Av.
Yeah, well, see, Av...
great minds think alike, you know what I'm saying?
Av tried to get you the fuck up out of here.
Av did get me the fuck up out of here. Av beat the shit down my leg.
And Tink...
Av was like, oh, you're a battle rapper? Yeah, no, this is how you actually do it. This is how you're supposed to rap. I was like, oh, okay.
Let me get my man E on. Shout out to E. You know what I'm saying? Pastor E, man, talk to me, man. What's up? E, you unmuted. All right, so E's bugging. I don't know. Like E
bugging.
E's still in the church. I don't know what he's doing. All right, cool. So, everybody had punch on Mike P, and now because what we was going back and forth on is the daylight battle. And
the daylight battle.
And now when that first dropped, a lot of people was like, what's the big deal? They talking about anacondas and Goku and stuff. That's not hot. And then, of course, Tone Bro goes on I'm like, no, you got to understand the word. Like, Tone, you're a nerd. No one cares about what you think. Now it's fire, right?
Yeah.
Now it's fire. So
man, you telling me, bro, motherfuckers hated on Daylight until he battled me. And then everyone's like, wow, Daylight is so incredible. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I went from defending him his whole fucking career. Then he battles me and everyone's like, God damn, Daylight's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, are you fuck y'all, man?
Yo, that snake scheme he hit you with, Anaconda, nigga, I am like, he was really...
Yeah.
He was bugging.
Oh, he was going in. He was going in, for sure.
Now, the Mike
2-1, first and third.
The Mike P signal. Oh yeah. You had to shoot that one in. Yeah, that's a fact. Let me get my man Battle Rap Q. I'm gonna get Battle Rap Q. He from the town. Shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Yo.
What up, Q?
Yo. What's good? Hey, Mike P, man.
Q was popping.
New York to another New York, nigga, man. Hey. Tell these niggas, let them know how you be working, nigga. They sleeping on the work, man. What are you talking about?
You already know, man. I'm trying to rep. You know that? Yo, there ain't a lot of representatives in New York anymore, man.
That's a fact. But don't take them white on white battles. It's not appealing, bro. You got mad other competitions. I don't know why niggas throwing up that what's that beer drinker that people keep wanting to see? Real deal.
Q, you're not about to Q.
We don't want to see that, dog.
Don't do that. Watch your mouth.
We don't want to see that, my nigga. But white on white battles is not good look. Yo, P, I'm gonna just say this, man. There's a lot of new crop of battlers coming out, as you can see, that's battling the new niggas, the old niggas. How you gonna stand out though going forward? Because you see Ace Amin doing numbers. You see the Swamps doing numbers. Like, what we doing?
Yeah, you know what, Q? I do stand out. I think I do. Especially this last year, man. I think the recognition and the acknowledgement that I've gotten. You know, if you've been following me for a minute, bro, I was hated for a really long time, man. It's not like that anymore.
That's a fact.
I think I am. I think right now I am standing out with the app shit, bro. This shit tough. Like I said, it's kind of unlucky that, now that I'm starting to really pop off and get crazy, you know what I mean? It's kind of getting held back. But, You know how I do with the social media. I
was just gonna say, you stay relevant with that joint, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. Always, bro. Because it's not about. I'm not a battle rapper. At the end of the day, I'm Mike P. There's a lot of people that just focus on the battle rap aspect. You got to be. You got to be a brand. So I've always focused on my brand. I've always gained followers steadily, and I do my thing. But I think I am standing out right now, Q. I think,
definitely.
I think it'll take a main stage for sure to get it going, a pay-per-view, because obviously the formula is different now. You know what I'm saying? So that is what you gotta aim for now, them pay-per-view joints and the main stage joints. But we gonna be on it.
But one last thing, Pete. I just want to say one thing, man. We cool. We fuck with you. Don't do that bullshit and click up with a group, man. Niggas, let that shit get corny, and y'all lose a lot of battles when y'all do that, man. We don't want to see that. Battle rap community, just saying that. We don't like to see that crap.
For sure. I agree with you. I've thought about it before. I am YTG, but at the end of the day, YTG is like a collective. It's like a family. It's not really a literal battle rap group. You know what I mean? But I don't want to join any groups, man. I don't. And another thing is, I'm 30 years old. Contract? How much do I get paid to join these groups? Do I get what do I get? Like, what do I get?
30
what do I?
Shit.
What do I? I'm 30, bro. Like, what comes with this besides me just being able to say that I'm part of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, there's nothing to it. If it doesn't benefit me, if there's not a contract I need to sign, if there's no money coming my way, if there's nothing, like, what are we doing? I fuck with everybody. You know what I mean? I fuck with everybody to a certain extent, but not enough to click up and do things.
So one last thing, man. Don't let Tone lie to you. Q, nigga, we had you beating Daylight, man.
Yo, Q,
thank you, man.
We ain't doing that, man.
Thank you. I did, man.
I hate when brothers get to lie. Like,
I said.
Yo, P, you was in here when we were chatting, man. All Daylight had that was powerful was the OIC, blah, 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 last name bar. That was not powerful, man. We're not doing that.
Hey, listen, man. I don't know,
Listen,
Q.
I told people, it's like a couple years down the road after the battle, when the dust settles, you're going to look back in that battle and see how clearly I beat him in the first and third round, bro. The first round was a smoke show, not even close. And the third round, I went absolutely off on him. He had the Street Fighter shit. That shit was drawn out. It wasn't better than mine. Talk to these niggas. 2-1, first and third, clear as fucking day.
Yo, I hate
no pun intended.
I hate that.
I'm gonna say this, man. Salute to Tone enough again. You up here. Hey, P, keep doing your thing, man. Salute,
I appreciate you, Q. Thank you.
Man. Word up, man. Shout out to Q. Shout out to Brooklyn, man. Let's I'm gonna get one more all mic. Close it off with St. Louis, man. You know what I'm saying? You got fans everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's do
Appreciate it, man. Always.
My man Maul.
Hey, you hear me?
Maul, what's going on, brother?
Hey, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we hear you.
What's up, Mike, man?
Maul, what's popping, brother?
Like I was saying in the chat, man. These niggas in here, don't let them lie to you. They like Sharon. I told them, I said let Mike P rap like Sharon, and y'all will punch his fucking head.
Oh, are you fucking? You fucking kid? Of course, man. I said, bro.
Mike P, be for real. If Sharon was in the URL and he battled there consistently, the nigga would not survive.
He wouldn't make it.
Consistently.
Yeah, he wouldn't make it. Sharon, I fuck with him, man, but he's a guest appearance, like gimmicky.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? He would get up out of here, an actual active. You know what I mean? Especially if he wasn't established and he just came in there as somebody named Sharon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, man, it's the kid with the wheelie backpack, but you only let him hang around. Gives you an extra iced tea. I'm sorry. I said, bro, like, we gonna keep it 100. We gonna keep it 100. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo.
To me, they grade Sharon on a curve. It's like,
absolutely.
They grade him on a curve because if anybody, like the delivery is trash. Like, he can't really rap. That's why I like he can rap. Like, you can tell he knows how to rap.
Yeah, I mean, he could freestyle, he could rhyme words,
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, he can rhyme words.
He can rhyme words, but it's like
I gotta sugarcoat it.
I be looking at people, and not just him, man. A lot of these dudes, man, they acapella rhymers, bro. They not even rappers, dog. They not even rappers. They not MCs. You throw a beat on, they wouldn't even know what the fuck to do with it. So it's like, I appreciate people that know how to rhyme, but yeah, I wouldn't consider him a rapper. He ain't no rapper.
Thank you. Oh, last thing, Mike. Last thing. You owe Mr. Wavy an apology. Because that body was for you, nigga. You know that. That was for you.
What body?
that body that Brizz gave Wavy was for you.
Oh,
you owe him an apology.
Hey, yo.
No.
Mike P, you
I pissed Brizz off. I pissed Brizz
you
off.
fucked up Mr. Wavy's career, bro.
Only person that fucked up Mr. Wavy's career is Mr. fucking Wavy. I didn't fuck up that man's career. I did piss Brizz off, though. He did come in there mad as fuck.
He was mad as fuck. He fucked up his slogan. He can't even use that slogan no more. I don't even like that. I never want to hear me no like again. Like,
he turned him into Mr. Low Tide, bro.
Oh,
done, son.
You know what? All right, man. All right, Maul. See, Maul, you have caused enough trouble.
Yo, your Discord is making me petty, bro. Your Discord is making me petty.
You gotta say Brizz. And I'm gonna be honest. Everybody in here got Brizz winning. Most of the people in here.
Mm-hmm. Of course,
Brizz been on the tear, and that's no disrespect to you. Brizz has been on.
No, of course not, man. Brizz, he's one of the best, man.
Y'all gotta get that cracking, man. I don't care about the behind the scenes shit. Y'all gotta do it, niggas.
I don't either, bro. We will eventually. We will.
Man, that's all I got.
I appreciate you, man.
Keep it up, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. Shout out, man, Maul. For jumping
I got me on one, man.
Yeah, I don't.
You got me on one, bro.
Mike,
you're gonna get me in trouble,
bruh.
You're gonna get me in trouble, man.
Hey,
listen, gonna come out from behind the trees. Sharon gonna attack me like the whole fucking night, man. I'm gonna fall back. Let me fall back real quick.
Hey, yo,
get in my hole.
Hey, yo, man. Nah, man, Mike. I appreciate you giving us your time and offering some of your insight. Like I said, I think of a lot of the people. You were battle tested. I appreciate guys that are battle tested, sure. Win, lose, or draw. And you was able to overcome a lot of the different obstacles and things like that. Before we close out, though, I do want you to shout out your social medias if you got any announcements or anything like that. And then,
Yeah, definitely. Instagram is now thisismike_P. Twitter is this Mike_P. I'm probably going to change that to this is, but that's it, man. We got nothing announced right now. Just waiting on certain people to get their act together. We're gonna get to business. Yeah. But I got more battles lined up for sure this year. I will not be ending on Serius. Plan on ending string of 30s.
You don't plan on just ending it with Jones, you said? You cut out a little bit.
No. Yeah, no, I don't. I think I'm gonna end it on a string of 30s, to be honest. I think it's that time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've found my own. I've definitely stepped in. I got my stride down, and it's time to start ass. I don't want close. I don't want classic battles. I want embarrassing wins. It's time to make everyone look.
Okay. I respect it, Mike. I respect it, man. And we gotta do this again soon. I see you fit right in with this petty shot. Look, yo, you got the chat going now and shit, man. We gonna get it going, man. But until next time, you know what I'm saying? Stay safe out here, all right?
Absolutely, Tony. I appreciate you. Black Compass, you already know. Discord. You all suck. I'll see you in a little while.
All right, Mike. Word up. Yo, man, yo, shout out to everybody that's out there right now. Tone Bro, Black Compass Media. For those of you who are in the chat and listened in, make sure you subscribe. If you're on the Patreon, you'll get Mike P's interview early. For the rest of you, you'll have to wait until Tone Bro edits it and puts it up. All right? But either way, it's going to be out. Mike has been grinding, doing his thing. Download the app. You can't slander Mike P if you don't got the app. How about that? Well, I don't even talk to people who don't got the app anyway, but you definitely can't slander MC if you don't got the app. All right? But with that being said, we will have a show after this. Shout out to Knowledge of God will be the special guest host tonight. # while Posey is away. Salute to the whole group, man. We up out of here. Black Compass Media. Peace.